that Trom had come to give us information on hopefully not having another hurricane. They are the head of the Emergency Management Center, and I know probably all of us that are here went through traumatic, emotionally, feelings of what was happening to us and how to deal with it and what could we do differently. I think that's our big thing. What could we have done differently? So hopefully you will answer all our questions. Thank you.
I don't know, we'll try. Bill is actually your emergency management coordinator. He facilitates everything among police, fire, first aid, and gathering of resources and with the county and the state. I'm the paperwork person. I'm the deputy coordinator, and I'm usually the one who speaks at things like this, just so you know.
She's a much better speaker than me. I will field most of all your questions.
But I'll do the speaking
We'll let
for
her do the
today.
talking.
September is National Preparedness Month. That means that everyone should be, and actually I don't know why they don't do this in June, because the actual season runs from June through right up until November. But they chose September. So what FEMA would like you to understand is that you should be preparing yourself now, not just for hurricanes, but for any kind of situation. Because once you have all of your tools in place, you're ready for any emergency, whether you're here or if you're on vacation somewhere. You know, the research on preparedness shows that there's only 80% of people who have not done home evacuation drills. Like, do you know how to get out if your smoke alarm is going off in the middle of the night? 60% of the people don't even know how to get out of their community. We all know we go down the boulevard, but what if for some reason the boulevard's blocked? How many people will go to Beach Avenue? How many times is Beach Avenue also blocked, which we found a lot after this storm, Sandy, anyway. There's 20% of the people who have some form of disability who wouldn't be able to get out. Do you have a plan for that? Do you have a friend or a neighbor who could take you if you have to leave and there's no way for you to get out of here? That's very important. We have a population of people who don't speak English. Are they getting all of our communications? We don't know that. And Sandy showed us that we didn't know if we were meeting that population's needs. So those are all things that we address to prepare ourselves. But if you have neighbors who are in any of those situations, you should be able to go and help them and alert them and let them know what's going on. Okay. Now the whole goal of Preparedness Month is our emergency managers, our firefighters, our law enforcement officers, paramedics, EMTs, and other emergency responders. They all do an incredible job of keeping us safe, but they can't do it alone. It's your responsibility to keep yourself and your family safe. I'll try and figure this out.
Page down.
Oh, page
Down.
down, okay. There we go. There's preparedness barriers, you know, the couple I spoke about, language barriers, handicap barriers. The objectives of National Preparedness Month is to make sure everyone knows what to do and where to get information. They'd like everyone to be a hero. Be your own hero. Be the one who takes care of yourself and your neighbors. There's a national preparedness community online at ready.gov, which gives a whole bunch of information on all of this stuff and your basic preparedness steps of building a kit, making a plan, staying informed, and getting involved in your community and preparedness activities. It's easier than you might think, because that one website, ready.gov, the way they have built it up is amazing. It tells you everything that you need to know. This this was a common problem during Sandy that we had as responders. People just were apathetic. They said, it's not going to happen here. So some people left, some people didn't leave. And most people just don't even think about like what they should be doing in an emergency. They're just thinking, well, you know what, we have people that are going to keep us safe. That's not always true. Or they don't know how to do it. They don't know if they can make a difference if there's a big disaster. I can't tell you how much help we had during that disaster that was actually volunteer help. So our objectives for National Preparedness Month are to increase the amount of individuals, families, communities, to sort of start engaging now in preparedness activities in your own home, at work, in businesses, school, and even churches. And to also expand national preparedness by increasing the national preparedness community. Even though you may not be a first responder, you can be part of that community just by going to ready.gov. You sign up there and you'll get all kinds of information on what you can do to help. So the theme this year is You Can Be the Hero, and it's to let you know that it's an individual responsibility, and the better prepared you are, the more likely you are to save a life. You can virtually save a neighbor's life. And we'd like you to share the message of preparedness and engage others in preparedness activities. And I told you about the National Preparedness Community at FEMA.gov. And this is the same thing again. We found a lot during and after the storm that sharing experiences, what other people went through, helped some other people to realize things that they could have done better or differently. How many of you stayed during the storm? I'm just curious. I'm so happy to see that not many people stayed. No, and there's a specific reason for that. There was a time during the storm when the governor wanted all the first responders to leave the island. We couldn't do that knowing that there were still people here. And then after the storm, we had to go virtually, send firefighters and anyone else who wanted to do it, house to house, to see where the people were. Because we had no services, we had no electric, no gas, no water, no sewer. So in order to make sure people's basic needs were being met, people had to go door to door. And unfortunately, that also put people at risk, because with gas leaks all over the island and having firefighters and people going door to door, thankfully, there was not a problem, but okay. So now come your basic preparedness steps. I put some sheets out there, and those big flat sheets that are out there, let me pull